Hi, I'm Angeline from When in Manila. Nice to meet you. And
Very nice to
oh my
meet
God, your Wednesday. How do you feel? Did you feel any pressure at all?
you. Yes, all the time. I haven't been able to stop thinking about it since filming the show or since starting to work on the show. She's a big deal and she means a lot to a lot of people, including myself. So you just want to do her justice.
Can you tell us a little bit about how you got the role?
Just randomly got an email one day. I was shooting in New Zealand a movie called X, and I'd been doing night shoots all night. And I got an email saying that Tim Burton wanted to talk to me tomorrow to discuss the possibility of being his Wednesday Addams, which was unfathomable to me because I never thought that I would get the opportunity to play Wednesday one. But then two, to work with someone like Tim, who I've admired for a very long time, it was a bit surreal. He's a big part of my childhood. So the next day, I didn't sleep. I did my night shoot. I wore a prosthetic. I had cuts all over my face and stage blood and sweat in my hair. And I got on the call and Tim laughed at me. And then we just started talking and I read a couple scenes for him. And that was pretty much that. From then on, we were having conversations as if everything was solidified, and we made it official a couple months later.
As you mentioned, Wednesday is a well-loved character, but I also know how important it must be to have your own personal flavor to it. How did you approach preparing for the role, and what makes your version of her unique?
The thing about this series is a different time and age. Social media exists and dynamic between kids is different, and we've never spent so much time with Wednesday before. So I think that the emotional arc that was necessary to carry the show and see some sort of growth in Wednesday, because that's necessary for a television series. It was a bit more emotional. I think you saw a bit more sides to Wednesday that you had never seen before. But when approaching this character, I feel like there was so much that you could do. I wanted to make her my own. I didn't want to rip anybody off, but you also can't go too far from the original plot because she's so nostalgic and so well loved for certain characteristics and qualities. So I took some of what I appreciated about the 90s films, but then also slightly and slowly introduced qualities that I thought would help move the show forward, and then kind of saw where it went from there. So it was a bit of a puzzle.
I was able to watch a few of the episodes, and you're amazing in it. Can I just
Oh,
say? I mean, I grew up with Wednesday, and I'm really excited for my daughter to grow up with your version of it.
oh,
What was
nice.
your, I guess, the hardest or favorite scene or episode for you to film, and why?
Hmm. My favorite episode may have been episode 3, just because it was hard. I was speaking another language for the first time. I was playing cello. I had a lot of action sequences. I had to wear a god-awful pilgrim costume. It was hell, and that's why I loved it so much.
So that was all you playing the cello and
Yeah,
speak.
yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
I learned all the pieces and did the whole thing. I was practicing for a couple of months before the show, and then, yeah, we started the show. Occasionally they would
Uh,
have a double or something if I couldn't be around, but I insisted on doing it myself.
that's awesome. I actually speak German fluently. It's my second language, and you speak a bit of German, and what you were saying, that's not even like basic German. That's like hard German. So I was like, you're amazing. I
Oh my
loved it.
God. I'm
But
so
I think
embarrassed.
no, you were great.
Thank you.
But
No, I couldn't even say the number. I said like 258 because I had just started German lessons that week. I didn't know. I felt so foolish. Thank you.
but it came naturally because Germans do sneak in English into their
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
they're kind of similar in that way. But oh God, of course, their second language is German.
But my personal favorite part is the part of you dancing. Was that a hard scene to film? And also, was that all you, or was there choreography involved in it?
That actually was hard to film. The dance, I choreographed it myself. I'm not a dancer. I don't know why I offered that, but I did. I think I'm very protective of this character, so I wanted to have like as much control as I could. Something like that, I started working on it a couple days before. I got the music about a week before, and it's charming when characters just kind of release themselves. And I watched videos and pulled inspiration from goth kids dancing in clubs in the 80s, and they made a reference to Susie and the Banshees, Lena Lovitch music videos, Fosse films. I just saw moves that I liked, or it gave me ideas, and then I pieced it all together and just did that, and then I improvised a little.
Do you have any memorable behind the scenes stories you can share?
One memorable behind the scenes memory that I have is we were about to break for Christmas break, so everyone was very excited to go home. It felt like the last day of school kind of, and there was a scene where pretty much the entire cast was involved. Tim was really wonderful because he trusted me and let me play and mess around and do whatever. So I remember that in that scene, a lot of the lines that Wednesday had were just her attacking people, and every time we did a new take, I would just say something else. So nobody knew what was coming. And there were so many times, I don't know what actually made the show, but I feel like so many good takes or so many good lines are ruined because Tim was laughing, I was laughing, other cast members are laughing. It was one of those things where the first AD on set had to say, okay, guys, get serious. Like, we're actually starting to run behind now. Like, you have to stop laughing. You just have to do the scene. But we couldn't. And when you're not able to laugh, it's just funnier. That was like just a really, really good day. Yeah, it felt like school kids.
Thank you so much. And again, like your version, like I can't wait for the world to see it. You did a really great job.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Really.
Thank you.
Yeah, so nice to talk to you.